can get you with the run, or I can hit you.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Marr now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Big stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Mike. Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all play.
On 1st down, Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
You're good. 5-4, ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Thomas the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're running a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, 47. Ricky.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott going right side. He has Winton. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Here we go. Come on, hey. Let's go. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Mike, 27. Let's go, D.
A first down carry by Elliott. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Just like that. We're going to 54. Right in.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Third down and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints 35-yard line.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Throwing now is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Breeze now. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield, here's Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Breeze going to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check 13. Check 13.
Breeze now to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Blue there. Bang, bang. We're going to 53. Bang, bang. 26.
Prescott now. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10.
We're going to 54. Why here?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz